We just got our brand new Cummins Onan P4500 generator, and we are super excited to get this thing. This thing is remote start. It's an inverter generator, so it should be quieter and more fuel efficient than our older generator. So today I'm going to unbox this thing. 3,700 running watts, 4,500 peak watts. It'll be powerful enough to run our air conditioner as well as other things. And it is a inverter generator. We got this generator from campingworld.com. FedEx was the delivery service, and we're actually pretty impressed that the box is not beat up, no holes or anything, so hopefully the generator is in one piece. Let's open it up and find out. Owner's manual. Right off the bat, they have this really large yellow tag asking if it arrived in excellent condition. If it did not, they have a phone number to give them a call. They'd probably send you a replacement or something. That's cool. Alright, time to get this thing out of the box. Well, before I go any farther, I should probably take a peek at the manual here and just see what all it says to get this thing set up. Pretty impressed with the manual. It was really easy to understand, really thorough, and they also made it easy by including a quick start guide. So if you don't want to look at that big manual, you could just pick this up and get started in a matter of a minute. Now let's check out what all is inside this box. You see an oil funnel, probably oil. Here is a bottle of oil. This is going to be a charger for the battery. Yes, this thing has a small battery on it because it's remote start or push to start. And this is probably like a spark plug wrench and a couple other tools. We are here at the back of the generator, and this is the battery access cover. We're going to remove this. The quick start guide says the first thing we got to do is connect this battery to the terminal. And make sure this red wire is to your positive, negatives to the negative, so we're good to connect. Kind of like a bungee strap in here. I'm going to get that up and around. There we go. Now it's fitted, secured. Very good. Go ahead and put the cover back on. Our next step is to add some oil, and it looks like I found our key fob. This is actually a remote start, so if I'm ever inside the RV, I can actually hit this button. It's got an automatic choke. And I'll be able to start it from inside the RV. Let's add oil. The oil capacity of this generator is 0.6 liters, so I looked on here. This oil that they provided is 0.6 liters, so it should take just about all of this bottle here. I want to be careful though not to overfill it. There might be a little bit of residual oil in there from the factory, so I want to keep a close eye. I don't really want to spill any oil onto our campground's patio here, as well as make a mess inside, so I'm going to be very careful, and I'll be using this funnel that they included to get the oil in. We'll go ahead and check our oil here and see what level we are. Put our dipstick in. Okay, on our dipstick we are full. Here's the control center of this inverter generator. It feels really high quality. I like all those rubber covers to keep the elements out of my plugs. And this generator actually has a digital data center, so it's actually going to tell us our fuel level, runtime, how many hours it's been running, like lifetime hours, and even how much power output that it is doing. That way we don't overload it. Up here is your fuel off and on, eco mode, push to start, your switch to turn the battery on, and we have a 30 amp, come on camera, 30 amp power plug for the RV, as well as 20 amp plugs. Come on camera. Here we go. Another feature we are really excited about is this telescoping handle on this generator. Our other generator has no wheels and no handles, so this right here is going to make it so much easier to transport this thing off of the luggage rack and back into storage behind our camper. Next up, I am going to program this remote fob. So the manual says to turn our battery on and then push and hold the on-off button for 10 seconds. And I think this light should start blinking for us when it goes into learn mode. Okay, it's blinking. Now I'm going to push the on button on my fob, and then that light goes off and it is completed learning. So after I put gas in the generator, we'll try this out. It's about time to start up. Now it's time to add some fuel. Don't you love these safety gas cans? They just spill all over the place. Worthless. Alright, since the safety can spills all over the place, I'm going to go ahead and wipe up my extra fuel. Thanks, government. Now that we're starting, let's do the inaugural remote start. Yay! Awesome. It's pretty quiet. Definitely way quieter than our last generator. Power, volts, amount of time it's been running. I ran it for an hour today when I did a manual choke to do a break-in procedure. This is how much time left we have on the current fuel. That we can run at 10 hours at this load. I have 5.8 liters of fuel in the tank, voltage, and again, how many hours I've been running. Cummins says on the manual to run 1 hour without any load, and then you can run 25 hours until you're due for an oil change. Let's put it in eco mode. So eco mode, super quiet. Well, the sun's going down here in Arizona, so I'm going to just wrap it up on this generator for the night. Right here is our fuel shutoff. I'm going to turn that off. That way we can use up some of the fuel in the carburetor to avoid getting the carburetor gummed up. So it might run for a minute or so, and then it'll start sputtering as it's running out of fuel. That's normal, and you just let it die on its own. Well, thanks for watching, guys. Look forward to using this generator.